Look at everybody in the chat already. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm watching the sun come up. This is a live feed from my house. Definitely watching the sun come up this morning. It is pouring down rain outside. We are inside doing our stream. We've got chickens still locked up. I mean, it is literally pouring down rain, and we need the rain, so that's good. I need to burn a bunch of sticks and twigs and make some room for some other branches and stuff that have to come down or that will come down over the winter. So I've got a stockpile. We've been under a burn warning here in my community for, like 6 weeks now. I mean, we haven't had rain since like late August, any good rain. Nothing like this. So this is great. This will take all the leaves out of the trees. This will, this starts winter right here. This rain right here basically, brings us into the winter months, and starts all that. So if you've never been here for Coffee and Conversation on a Tuesday, it is Trash Truck Tuesday. Welcome, 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 welcome. What we do here is we drink coffee and we talk about what's going on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. We have a pretty good time. I mean, I do. You guys always make it more fun. And I show you the trash, coming in. So you get to see the trash when the trash man comes. And I know that's very, very exciting for some and not so exciting for others. But it is what it is. It's Trash Truck Tuesday. I didn't know if we were having a Trash Truck Tuesday. I put my can out this morning. My neighbor's can is out this morning. And, it's not a, excuse me while I have a little piece of chocolate. It's not much different. But if you've never seen the trash truck, so what I do is I listen for the trash truck. We switch back to this periodically. He should be here between 8:30 and 9:30, my time. The time that you see on the screen right now is not my time. It is actually 6:33 here on the 21st of November. But for the life of me, you could give me a $10,000. I'm not going to say $1 million. Oh, there it is. She switched. $10,000. And I wouldn't be able to tell you how to change, or I couldn't change the time. I've tried a bunch of different, I put it on the right settings. I put it on the regional settings. I put it, where it needs to. And every time I turn on the cameras, there it is. So yeah, there's my brown, nasty lawn with big holes in it. And where you see that there's no grass growing, there's a root under there. This is a very, this is some kind of maple tree that the roots go on the top of the ground instead of down. Now there are roots under the ground, but most of the roots travel looking for water. It just makes for hard to grow grass. I have already mulched my leaves once, bringing chicken poop up to the front yard to try to get a little bit more manageable. I do spread dirt and I do put seed. Look, it's not like I haven't tried. Look, it's not like I haven't tried. Okay, I've tried. I'm doing what I can. All right, I can take this off now. I might have to put it back on, but I can take it off right now, so I don't need a black mark on my face. I've tried. I've tried with this grass. I've tried with this lawn. It's just not, it's. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm going to make myself a little smaller and bring me down here. There we go. You guys can see the trash truck coming, but you don't have to worry about seeing my license plate and worrying about sending me $1 million in my address and looking me up and kind of being, you know, my wife says I should be more security conscious. My modders say I should be more security conscious, but it is what it is. I do my best. I hope I'm not blowing you out with the sound. Let me turn my volume down on my. Let me turn this down a smidge, just a smidge. All right, we'll try that. So I hope you can hear the music. I'll turn that up a little bit more. I don't want to blow anybody away. I'm trying to get the sounds right and everything like that. I haven't done a Trash Truck Tuesday from in here in a while. Like I said, it's been really pretty outside, a lot of, you know, and we haven't had to do that. So, yeah. I could move my truck back. I could go outside and move my truck back so you could get a better look at the trash. I might do that. I usually don't park this far forward. So, let me go move the truck, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I do have coffee. Alright, so maybe that's better. Yeah, that's much better. You guys can see the trash truck, and my truck isn't hindering the view at all. So that's good. So, there we go. Now we can all see the trash truck come in and enjoy the vista that will entail. But, yeah. What else was I going to talk about? I'm feeling better from my hockey yesterday morning. I'm probably going to go play. I will play hockey tomorrow morning. So, and like I said, if you've never been here for Trash Truck Tuesday, it's not as exciting as it sounds. But you know, I'm just a streamer drinking coffee. And look, here's to all the other coffee drinkers. First cup of the day. What time is it? 6:40. It is a little early. I get it. It's a little early for most of you. I do have that's my backyard with the chickens in the back there. But again, it's soaking wet. It's pouring down rain. I don't think I'm letting the chickens out loose today. They're fine. They don't need to be soaking wet. They don't need to be cold. They have plenty of food. They have plenty of water. They have plenty of room to move around and get away from each other. So yeah, we're probably just gonna leave the chickens in. There's my sorry excuse for right here is the banana trees that have all wilted from the cold and stuff like that. There's more up here. There's more up here that you can see. All my poor banana trees. They look so beautiful during the summertime, and now they're just, you know, wilted and dying, and you know. But anytime it gets above 50 degrees, they start growing new shoots. So it's kind of crazy. So I don't know what my wife. I let my wife deal with all that. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. So I'm not worried about it. She can chop them down or not. So we got more cold weather, so they'll be completely brown and brittle. But that's not what you came here for. You came here for the trash truck. I do have other but again, I got, you know, got the old driver's license, you know, the tag, my tag. You know, not that the tag's anything, you know, but who's going to come visit me? Who's going to come have coffee with me? Nobody. So, but I do have other views. But, I can even give you some bonus coverage and do the north corner. Give you some bonus coverage. So we even get, now he hasn't put his trash can out yet, you know? Hey, how are you doing? Welcome. He hasn't put his trash can out. I don't know if he's going to. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see if he gets his trash can out. But he's gone. There's usually a car in the driveway, so maybe they don't have a lot of trash this week. I don't know. But I'll get mine and my neighbors. That's good to go. Look, I told you it wasn't exciting. It's just me and the trash truck. If you come over to the YouTube side and doing my coffee and conversation, I've sent out some, you know. I did YouTube because I did my notifications on YouTube and Twitch today because I'm inside and I can do both. And I want people to be able to, you know, but nobody wants to watch me. Nobody wants to hear this. You know, y'all have your own lives. I understand. Nobody's got time for a retired 59-year-old talking shit. Nobody. I love the first cup of coffee every day. I love it. The second one ain't bad either. I only have 2 cups of coffee every day. Seven days a week, I drink 2 cups of coffee. I either take it with me if I'm on the road on Saturday and Sunday doing stuff, or we sit here Monday through Friday and have, you know, we view the chickens. Oh, that's another thing. I've got a couple of cameras out that I don't know if it wasn't the weather. It was beautiful yesterday and I had a camera out. Now today I've got another camera out. So I don't know what's going on with the chicken coop cameras. But I did save some boxes and I can send them back. The customer service at Reolink is pretty good. I do find their customer service very, you know, it's all, you know, text messages and it may be a robot, but that's fine. They give you some good answers to how to solve problems on your own. But they will take returns. You know, they'll send you a stamp and they'll send you a label, a UPS label to put on the box, and you know. So I've kept several of the boxes because you never know what happens. Again, if it is the camera problem, they'll replace it. They'll see what the problem is. They'll either fix it and send it back, or they'll send you a replacement. So I've already had dealings with that, and super great, super great. I do have to do another notification, so just give me 1 second while I do a notification. One more. One more. What? One more. There. My setup has changed a little bit. I've added another monitor where I can monitor Discord a little bit easier, and see what's going on over there and make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, we'll see if anybody pops in. Um, you know, we'll see. I'm just trying to let the coffee kick in, like ease into this morning. It's still kind of early for me, and it's 7 a.m. It's almost 8 o'clock on the East Coast. I played Warzone yesterday. Yeah, this used to be a 7 Days to Die channel. It kind of still is. But I beat 7 Days to Die basically in Alpha 21. I can go back and beat it again as long as I get through the first 3 days and I build my base and I build my you know, it's just a grind after that. And it's a fun grind sometimes. It is. I don't mind, you know, I don't mind the grind on 7 Days to Die, but it is just a grind. You get to cement, and then you get to steel, and you wait for the behemoths. You wait for the behemoths to show up, or the the guy with the blinky thing, whatever the hell his name is, and the cops. You know, but as long as you start building up to steel and get 2 or 3 levels down, and you can build the whole thing up. Make them come up a ramp to get to, it's just a grind at that point because you're always out getting metal and bullets, and the tier 6 quest to stream a tier 6 quest takes like 2 days, and you can't shut your computer off, so you have to stream you have to do like a 10-hour stream. It takes you so long to get through those 2 and 3 days quests. But what I do, how I end my series, a lot like Glock, I guess. I go OP, I go into an OP area, like I'll go and I'll try to build. After I've built my base and I've got my gyrocopter, I'll pack the gyrocopter full with a motorcycle and whatever I need, and I'll fly to the, fly to the wasteland or just outside the wasteland, and I'll build a base, and I'll try to, so I try to improve it, but I play at the same skill level all the time. But I do 300% XP, so my XP is always getting more. So that's some of the changes. I bump up the zombies after day like 21. I bump up the zombies during Horde nights, but all that does is take away more of your ammo, so it becomes more of an ammo grind. So I think they've got it pretty well balanced right now. But I need more. I need a story now. I need something. Once I've got my base, once I've started doing quests, and this quest can be, now I need, and I'll probably play when 7 Days does have a story mode. When they do bring in the story, and they do bring in the lore, and they bring in the quest and whatever they're gonna do with this thing. Once I will probably play the first 21 days just the same way. I'll get my base established, I'll get my food source established, I'll do the missions, I'll make sure I'm protected during Horde nights, I'll know where I can go back to, and then, alright, now it's time for the story. Now we'll go in and we'll start doing quests that only relate to the story, and make money, and if we need to do this to find out this, and go to this and do this story. So there should be quests to get money, and then there should be story quests. And the story quests should be harder. So to get to the videotape, or to get to the get to the found footage videotape, or to get to whatever they're going to do, to get to the lost note, to get to the lost book, to find the note that opens up, some armor or something like that moves you in to where you have to go into the, because I think the story has to get into the harder areas of the map. The story has to take you from the forest biome. No matter where you started, the story has to start in the forest biome, and then it takes you to the desert biome, and then several quests in the desert biome, and then it has to take you to the snow biome, and I think a good portion, maybe a third or even almost half, one third in I don't know how to break it up, but your first few get you on your feet. You can do those. They're the forest biome. Excuse me for stuttering. I think the forest biome ought to do like the first and getting to know, and even if you're an experienced player, you got to go back to the forest biome. You got to go find a cabin on the lake, or you got to go to a lake and get the boat, or you got to go, whatever they're going to do, and then you find some more of the story mission to move the story along. So there is an end game. There is a finish, but you're killing off hordes. You're doing this in between. It will extend the game longer. Then you got to go into the desert biome, which isn't really easy to survive in. There's more vultures, but now you're getting your resources. So the game moves you, so you are getting more resources. You are finding the here's how you get your gasoline, and maybe somebody has a motorcycle to trade for you, or maybe you trade for a mini bike in the desert biome. So, forest, and if you want to grind in the forest and just grind and get your motorcycle before you go, but you will get a motorcycle if you finish the quests and you finish the story quests in the desert biome. You'll get a motorcycle, or a mini bike. If you do the quests in the winter biome, you get the 4x4. But they're hard quests, and you're running around on a mini bike, and you're freezing to death, and you're cold, and you're hungry. Maybe you're not, but you go do a quest and then come back to wherever your base is. And then the hardest part of the game, the hardest quest to figure out, are going to have to be in the wasteland. You're going to have to go to where it all started. And these would be basically tier 4 or tier 5. You're going to have to do a tier 5 quest to find out, in one of their just kind of like they did in Darkness Falls. I think that's a really good kind of concept. But you're gonna have to get you're gonna have to get the hazmat suit. You're gonna get 2 pieces, per quest, and you need all 6 pieces. So you're doing hazmat. You're kind of getting your truck. Now the truck, but then there is a point where you've got to do one of the quests. You have to use a gyrocopter. So you have to be working on those skills too. That encompasses the whole game. You can't do one of the quests without a gyrocopter, because you have to find that it's impossible. They make it impossible with zombies to get to an area on the map because of the amount of zombies that they put and hide. Next to impossible. Can't carry enough ammo. You're gonna have to fly to a certain area on a ridge, somewhere and I'm talking, this is the vanilla game. This is the game on vanilla, where they can manipulate the map and make the map anywhere. There's an opening that you can only fly to. You can't get to it any other way. There's no way around, and you have to get to this with it. So the gyro, all the vehicles are encompassed in the final story. You have to, you have to go through all that. You have to get the mechanics, to get the steel, to get the this, to get the gyrocopter, and maybe add some more parts to the gyrocopter that you have to find or get because you're doing quests. Well, here's the joystick, and you can't fly the gyrocopter without the joystick, and you can't, ultra rare in loot, so if you've maxed out loot maybe, but it's super ultra rare, maybe there's one on the entire map, ultra rare, super rare, only one, only one rare. But you can, by doing quests, you will get one. You'll get the joystick in the winter biome for the gyrocopter as one. Now, why did I get this? I'm not even going at what you got it, because when you get to the end game, you realize, oh man, I need 3 more wheels, an engine, the joystick. I'm glad I saved that. Yeah, you can sell it. It's 5,000 dukes and you can sell it, but you can't buy one. So if you forget and you sell it, you got to go find that trader you sold it to, and now he's tripled the price. I'm just saying, this is the way you could do this game. Keeping all the elements you have now, but and I'm taking this back. Look, I'm going to come all the way back around. Why I don't play 7 Days to Die right now. I kind of beat it. I got my gyrocopter. I had a base that I couldn't do, and I finally just went into the wasteland just to play around, and I got myrtleized. So, well, did you really then? If you couldn't, well, I don't think anybody's expected. And you can do one-off series. You can do series where you're living in the wasteland. I can do a series where I spawn in the wasteland, or as soon as I spawn, I have to find the wasteland or whatever. I can spawn in the wasteland. I can do a series. But I like the organic game. But I would like the organic game as my character gets beefier and more armor and healthier and more stamina and all that, and I get my mechanical, as the game progresses, my life progresses in the game, then that helps me do some of the harder quests, and that helps me go into the snow biome. And wasting all this time going back and forth, no, I have to figure out a way to build. Maybe I can build another structure. Maybe I have to build a structure. Maybe that's one of the quests. I have to build a structure. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I just, I think the story arc has to go through all the biomes. And I think the story arc has to finish in the wasteland. It has to do with something, it has to do with supercorn. I mean, there's no magical, you're not going to go into a magical time machine before it all happened and warn everybody. I don't think that's the premise of the game. But now that you've conquered all 4 zones and you have your gyrocopter and you've completed the story, well, you finished the game. And if that wasn't $60 worth of fun, really? Man, you've been playing it all this time? Or $40 worth of fun? Maybe it's $39.95. Now they have, say, you don't get to play the game for free. Maybe if they look at your account on Steam and you've been playing the game for, or you've already paid $19.95 for it. Well, now here's the game. We've gone gold and gold edition. I'm not paying. Well, do you want? I'll pay it. I'll pay it. I want to see what they did. I'm not going to watch it online. I want to play it. I want to play their story mode. When it comes out, I want to play their gold edition. I want to play the game and the story and the raiders and the quests and survive and horde nights, and I want to learn how all this happened. I want to learn how, because by the time you get, the game, well, that would be the end of the game. Well, yeah, but you've already learned. Now you can live in this world, and now you know how it all started. Now, just because you got bonked on the head and you woke up in the forest and the game started and you were almost naked, well, you find out all about those people, and that's like by the time you get out of the desert, you know who dropped you on your head, but you still don't know how all this started, even by reading the posters. But the game takes you to how, and you finally get to watch a video. Maybe Mad Mole can do his own little video or something like a found. Maybe they can do found footage. Maybe they could do some live action found footage. Whereas you're fun and it opens up a small screen kind of like this, and that move, well, now all I can tell you is go to the winter biome. Go to the winter biome and see the trader. Go to the winter biome and find, what's it called? Find the bookkeeper in the winter biome. Okay, so there is a bookkeeper. That's an NPC. It's a bookkeeper. You don't know which books a million he's at, You don't know which, Then you have to go, now you have to go find the mechanic. Now you have to go find the assistant scientist, you know, and then he leads you with found footage. You know, you're looking on his computer, and he leads you to another scientist, and you go find that scientist, and you know you're doing, you know, but these little boxes, kind of like this size, just open up in the game, but that the end of that sends you to your basically next quest. But then it all gets back to the world, the cartoon, the, you know, whatever, you know, the 7 Days to Die world. But you know, as you find these, you know, some of them don't mean anything. It wouldn't be that hard to implement this into the game, where it's like you find the videotape, or you put the cassette, right, or you collect cassettes, and you can't until you get to an electronics store and you realize that, you know, you need to turn the power on at a facility and then plug in the recorder that you found maybe early game, you know, but it has no batteries. Maybe you find a battery, maybe you find a generator and you charge it up. Look, it could go any direction you wanted it to go in. I mean, I'm just spitballing here. All this stuff's already in the game, and you could easily make a macro in the game that, you know, once you put the tape in and you know, close the lid, you click the lid closed or click play, it brings up a small box with a found footage video in it. And it could be all the developers, you know, it could be all the developers do a little bit, you know. And they get to decide, you know, make the fun for the developers and the people that are working on this thing. They get to decide if they're in costume. They get to decide if they're just, you know, a citizen. You know, they get, you know, whether it was their phone. And then you just piece all this, and you get all this data. Look, we're going to do found footage. We want you all to be part of it. And we want you know, what a great incentive. We want you all to be part of it. No, you're not going to get any royalties, you know, and you can do it, you know, you can try to make yourself famous being but, you know, they ultimately get to decide after they get all this found footage from everybody and these little parts of scripts and stuff like that, you know, which part do you want to do, you know, and then, you know, the main people that thought this up, and there's parts that people didn't want to do, well, then you do those, or what, you know, there's enough parts. You don't have to trade. You don't have to change any of the traders. You know, nobody is Trader Jen. Nobody is Trader Joel. Nobody is, you know, those aren't the found. But these are just other people within the game that you're kind of imagining that, you know, you found this tape and now it's a real person. It's a little girl in her bedroom, or it's a lady, you know. Something happens and she's changing her tire, and you found this footage on a phone that you've now found energy for within the game, and now you watch this found footage, you know, oh, what's this one going to be? But you have to kind of think, is this just, you know, they could put a bunch of this in the game that doesn't mean anything, but then they could put some that do mean things, like there's always batteries at the electronics store. I'm going to have to go to the electronics store. Like, just little hints like that, you know, like, you use your one battery, and the first thing you find, the first video cassette you watch that you find is basically a video about this, you know, whatever it is, but it kind of gives you just the slightest hint that maybe I need to get over to the electronics store and get another battery. Just, oh, I hadn't thought about that, you know, or where am I going to find it, you know, later in the game? You know, it's a guy at an airport, you know, maybe a mechanic working on something, you know, a guy working a mechanic, you know, you write these scenarios out. This is kind of what we need for the found footage, and you get people to, you know, send in their, you know, it could be anything. You could bring the fan base in on this. I mean, that'd be a lot of, you know, that'd be a lot to go through, you know. I'm sure you'd find some gems, but, you know, you just, hey, we want your found footage. 7 Days to Die, here's the scripts, here's what we need, you know, no nudity, no profanity, no nudity, just that's the only rule, no nudity, they can be normal people, but, you know, we don't want to see you guys fucking and then giving away part of the story, you know, That's not what we're doing here. Now you can be Trader Jen's sister. You can be whatever you. But here are the scenarios we need. We need a mechanic. We need moms. Minivan moms. We need hairdressers. We need we want you to do this scenario. But this is what we need you to what do they call it? Improv. We need you to improv this scene and send it to us. I don't know what you get. I mean, just the only rule is no nudity. Because everybody, because it's found footage. People are going to be, and you throw out all, when you get it, you throw out all the acted one. Like the shit you scroll through like it's fake and it looks just, anything like that just gets thrown out. And so if you're going to send that shit in, nobody's going to see it anyway because that's not what we want, That's the stuff you scroll by on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and, whatever, media you watch your little shorts on. If you're like me, you just scroll by that. It's like, oh, not those two again. Oh, not this guy again. Bat, like everybody would stop for Bat Dad, everybody like, but these couples and it's, and you hear the, or somebody's filming her realizing that her boyfriend, and it's not real, and it's all, it's just, some of these baking ones, you guys know the ones the ones you swipe through. That's it. But for a game like 7 Days to Die, wouldn't it be cool to send out, to the fan base? You could start with your office, and if you didn't, you could start with the production team that really have worked on the game and know the game. Maybe you stop there. Maybe that's where, you get enough from that. But if you don't, then you could, broaden it out, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do the game. I don't know how they're going to do 7 days. I don't know how they're going to finish 7 Days to Die. But I think the game and the story starts in where you're dropped off. And now there's even a tape. Not in your inventory, but if you scavenge around, if you're looking around on the ground, there is a tape. There's a videotape. But you don't have a camcorder. You decide whether you want to keep it or not. You decide if, but it is a very, very important clue to, progress the story. And if you just want to build a base and fight zombies in 7 Days to Die like you've been doing for the last 25 alphas, by all means you can do that. If that's the game. But if you want to come back and search that area where you first opened up, now I am talking the vanilla game. I'm not talking any mods. I'm not no extra. This is the Navezgane story map. This is the 7 Days to Die. It can't be edited. They lock it down. This is the game, and this is now you can do all the other stuff you used to play. You can play with different maps. You can play on all, but they set the map up. Whether it's and I hope it could be the biggest map that they can make. It could be filled with cities that they've manipulated, and definitely underground stuff that they've manipulated. They build the game that they want to build, and they lock everybody out. They put the found footage in. They add the videotapes. They add the batteries. They add whatever. They add the mechanics that they already have in place right now to start things, to open things, to just open the tape, and they've already got the mechanics for this. And now they just have to implement some kind of. I think found footage would work, and. If you the last line has to be the last line because it's like, oh, well, then we get it. Well, okay. Then everybody would know. Maybe that's the mystique. Because of all the fans sending in to one website, oh, well, we know how the story ends now. Well, do you? Do you? Because, yeah, you see all these scenarios, but what scenarios? So you have a bunch of different ending lines, like screwdriver, videotape, battery, all this stuff that may or may not be important. You give people 5 little scenarios to send in. If they're going to send it in, they're going to send it in these 5 different ways. And maybe you could take all 5 different ways, but you're sending out... Maybe that's why you do keep it in-house. There's the argument for keeping it in-house. That it's only the developers that do the found footage. And you don't need that many different people, but you probably got enough developers, family of developers that, don't want to ruin it for everybody, want to keep their NDAs intact, don't want to give any extra money back because of their NDAs, and they've all signed NDAs, so they limit the amount of leaks, and then you just let everybody do their, here, do this, they can use their husbands, they can use their kids, but, they're all under the one, so anyway, that way you could probably keep it where the whole community doesn't start figuring out what the end of the story is before you've even gotten there. But anyways, that might be part of the mystique. I don't know. So there's arguments for either way to do, the 7 Days to Die story mode. You wouldn't even have to use the same one twice. You could, but you don't have to. And you could each one, it can be up to 3 minutes long, because nobody wants to sit and watch a video for 3 minutes. So, maybe you could do it. That way you have 3 minutes of, I don't know. Maybe you limit each one to 35 seconds, because sometimes 30 seconds just isn't enough. So it is daylight and pouring down rain still. It's not pouring down. I don't see it. The driveway's not drying up, but no sight. No, I can't even hear the. Now I do have cameras running that will hear the trash truck, but that'll hear it on the other side of the house, because that's where the cameras with the. And I do have them on this PC, but I don't know. I don't know if we're ready to have this. Should we look at the chickens? Y'all tell me if you want to see the chickens. I'll let chat decide if we see the chickens. So if you're in the chat, you're lurking around, you're like, oh man, I really wanted something to do in VBCMEDIC. He never asked us to interact with it. Well, here you go. That's a lie, but here you go. If you want to see the chickens, I can show you the chickens from this PC, kind of like I have my other cameras. It all comes here. A small tropical island from right here. I can probably manage a golf course from here, that's for damn sure. And no, I'm not asking 7 Days to Die to do golf. I think they could do skeet. I think you could add a good skeet game in this. I think if they had skeet where one of the players controlled the skeet and the other one had to shoot at it, and then they could swap turns on. Okay, now I think you could do skeet shooting in 7 Days to Die very easily. You would just change the dynamic of the bird. Into a skeet, since they already have something that flies through the air, and then you just give it one direction, one arc that it can go wherever they point it. It's that same arc. Basically, like skeet shooting is, you set it, and you would set how far out. So whether you're using shotguns or M60s or sniper rifles, so you set the arc. And then of the bird, but the bird is now this other element, this skeet, and they can aim it, and you can keep score. I don't know. Each time one of those is destroyed, it's a point. Each time it's destroyed, 50 feet above the surface. I don't know. I'm not a programmer. I'm just the idea guy. I have no idea how to implement any of this stuff. Or if it even could be implemented. I have no idea. I'm just an old guy talking shit, drinking coffee, waiting on the trash truck to get in. And we are out of coffee, so it is time to get a second cup of coffee. I'm going to leave you with the trash truck and the music. I'll be right back. Good morning. Here's to the second cup of coffee of the day. All right. My mother-in-law is asking me for a Christmas list. Every year I tell her I don't know what I want, and she yells at me. But this year I know. I need a new pair of Infernos, and right now they're only $67. I'll be sure to let her know. Because my mother-in-law is often looking for a Christmas gift for me, way over there in Thailand. I ain't gotta worry about all this silly mess. Ah, you poor bastards. I love my mother-in-law. She is so awesome. And we communicate even though we don't even know each other's languages. My mother-in-law gets on my wife like a fly on a corn cob when she thinks I'm hungry. Not when I'm actually hungry, when she thinks I'm hungry. Ah, I love that woman. My wife is not a different person when she goes home, but it just becomes more intensified that now. I mean, I went to get some sticky rice while we were there. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We'd had a nice lunch. It was spicy Thai something and some sticky rice and some vegetables. It was pretty good, and they didn't think so they made some extra chicken for me. But the food that they had was really good. But they made some naans, but it was spicy. It was good. I didn't eat a lot of the greens. I tried them, but they do have that acidic. Anyways, and I'm chomping down on sticky rice and dipping it in the soup, kind of like that comes with the vegetables. Anyway, it's Thai eating. If you've never done it, it's a wonderful experience. Let me know. I'll be your wingman anytime you want to go meet my mother-in-law. Anyway, so 2 o'clock in the afternoon, same day. Already had breakfast too. Woke up 7 o'clock having coffee. Always get my coffee when I'm there, 2 cups a day, regardless. So had my coffee, eggs, some chicken, some pork, some patties and stuff like that, like kind of an American breakfast. How do you want your eggs? Damn, okay. I'm used to doing all of this stuff. My wife deals with her own breakfast here, but anyways. They've already eaten. I mean, I've been up first, but everybody kind of without me has been eating somewhere, so it's like I'm eating alone. I'm like, I don't want to eat alone there's... Anyway, so that got translated to her mom. But 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, let's get back to my story. So, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, that's sticky rice. That's right. Now, I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm in Thailand. I'm using my brother-in-law. His Wi-Fi is really good, and he's got it all set up. He's got cameras, and I used to know the password, but we don't. I think it might be on my wife's computer saved, but it's not saved on any of this. Anyway, jeez, it was just grabbing some sticky rice, and my mother-in-law was like, oh, they were talking in Thai. You know, I don't know a lot of Thai, but I can kind of tell it's about me. I'm just over here munching on. I got my headphones on, but there's an interaction going on over here. And then my wife walks over to me. Yeah, babe. Yeah, babe. What? My mom thinks you're hungry. It's sticky rice. I'm just having a little snack. What do you want? What do you want to eat? What do you want me to? And not that she wouldn't do it. Not that if she's making something we both eat. If I'm making something we both eat. You know, that's just understandable. You don't go to the kitchen and cook something for yourself, not expecting to give some of it or most of it away. That's just, and it's not, you know. Unless she makes it too spicy, or I've already told her I'm not hungry, and then I still get a little plate anyway. I mean, that's how it is at home. But, I mean, the simplest thing of eating a little bit of sticky rice, and my wife kind of gets scorned. That I'm not being, that I'm hungry. Still waiting on the trash truck, I love it. I love being married to my wife. I love my mother-in-law. That's where this all comes around. This whole conversation started about my mother-in-law and which stemmed from something else which I can't remember. So, my Stream Deck has two different, or it can actually be three different faces. But the main one, I just kind of cluttered all up. I was showing my wife some stuff, and I hadn't. So this morning, before I even got online, I went to my Stream Deck, and I really cleaned it up. I now have I have 5 buttons now that I can use. All my Be Right Backs are on the same line. All my turning the camera off and everything are on the same line. They're all the same icon. If they're bright, then they're on. If they're dark, then they're not. Not dark, but if it's not bold, they all go bold when something's on. So, but I love my Stream Deck. I really do. It's an amazing tool. It really is for streaming. It really makes streaming Call of Duty, and where I forget things and I can just look over instead of trying to get out of this and do this with the mic. Now it's just a finger press to get the Be Right Back off, or to get my camera back on, or it's just it's just easy. Bang bang and we're gone. Bang bang and we're back. Oh, I wish I could play like that. Oh, no. I will let one note hang. Like, if I'm playing with a group, like, oh, I found the right one. Wow. What goes next? I'll just slide up too. Woo! Same string. Not like these guys all over coming up and down this, I know, even my, people that are, man, sometimes one string's all you need. They're just being nice. Or you get a nod from the bass player, like he knows a change is coming up, and you get the nod, like, okay, let me go to A. Somebody came down front. All right. You get the nod. You kind of look up. Everybody's praying. Eyes closed, heads bowed. Let's close our eyes and bow our heads. Oh, well now let me tell you what happens in the worship team. Oh, we're doing a set. And now you take the last song that you were singing, let's have the worship team come back up. So the music's right there, it's in front of you, you start, So, knees high, eyes closed, heads bowed. If anything has touched you about what I've talked about today, if God has spoken to you in any way, if there's something you need to get off, let's see what we, come on down and let's see if we can manipulate you with something. So you're up there going, okay, man, you got the last four chords, it's D, G, A, or D, G, E, or D, G, D, C, whatever it was, usually the last songs kind of brings everybody, offering plate, the offering plate earlier, before the offering plate is very upbeat. After the offering plate is usually, mid to beaty, but then as then your last two songs just bring, either bring it up to a crescendo and bring it down, or you can just kind of, but that's the song you come back with every, if you're, let's have our worship team and let's bow our heads and close our eyes while they're making their way. Oh, welcome to the Church of VBCMEDIC. Heads bowed, eyes closed as the worship team makes their way. You get the nod from the bass player. Oh, we're fixing to play. Yeah. You get the nod from the, last song. Yeah. So, that we ended with that one and everyone was cool. So let's just bring that one back. Every knee, every eye closed, every head bowed. Heads bowed, eyes closed. However they want to say it. It's different every Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, Wednesday, whoever's saying it. Piano player takes over for a while. You slide down the neck. Grabbing that one string. Well, you know where G is. Woo! G's always going to be right there. You can work off of that down here. Well, Jer, there's the E. Let's jump over and get that D. That D, that F. Bang that F. Come off onto the C. Grab the A minor. Go back to the G. Grab that high G string down low. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying. This guy's all over the fretboard. Listen to him. He's all over the fretboard. I'm watching. There's no trash truck yet. I got it on right in front of me. I promise. You're not going to miss the trash truck. Shh. Let him eat. Magic fingers right there. And then you're just holding that G, D, C, G, D, or A, A. Everybody knows you're just working around A. G, E, sorry, F, back to the A. if you want to listen to the same thing I'm listening to, it's right there. They just go ham for like an hour and a half. It's great music. I told you weren't missing nothing. Ain't nobody here. All the trash cans. Even the guy that... Look. I showed you this before. His trash can is still right there. His trash ain't getting collected today. No, sir. No, sir. Oh, that's funny. All right, I've got an advertising idea for anybody that wants it.
Thank you, everybody.
Dropped everything at the dump. They're all worked out. And by the way, I got a second load guys coming. Anybody wants to help me unload? Chuck Graham, State Secretary. Chuck, stand up. Chuck, let me see you. Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? I tell you what, you're making everybody else stand up, though, pal. Thank you very, very much. I could be vice president. My mother and father believed. Look, John's last-minute economic plan does nothing to tackle the #1 job facing the middle class, and it happens to be, as Barack says, a 3-letter word: jobs. J-O-B-S. Jobs.
Joe, you want to administer the oath?
Am I doing this again?
For the
So
senior
the senior
staff.
staff. All
Yes.
right.
A number of the cabinet members have already.
My memory is not as good as Justice Roberts, Chief Justice Roberts. Does anyone have the? No, I. Thank you, Dr. Pepper, and thank you, Chancellor, or Dr. Paper, and thank you, Chancellor. a man who will be the next president of the United States, Barack America. But the Taoiseach knows a lot about it. His mom lived in Long Island for 10 years or so. God rest her soul. And although wait, your mom's still alive. God bless her soul.
Oh, it doesn't get any better than this, y'all.
I gotta get this straight. Now is the time to heed the timeless advice from Teddy Roosevelt. Speak softly and carry a big stick. End of quote. I promise you, the president has a big stick. I promise you.
He's just reading it. Oh, he's just, so you take all of it, all the falls, all the gaffes, you narrow them down to about, 8 or 10 seconds of each clip, so everybody knows where they are, like the last 4 seconds of him falling, or the trip, or, the little sound bites that are just, oh, she's not dead. And then you just right at the bottom, you have it scrolling, 4 more years of this? Come on. Really? Question mark? And then what? My favorite expression, and you can ask any of my friends, followers, family, should have a t-shirt made from it. And then what? I'm going to write a letter and put it on his car. And then what? And then what? What's the point? If it doesn't matter in 1,000 years, what's the point? I mean, sure, some of the shit that they're talking about doing right now is going to matter in 1,000 years. Imagine that. Some of the shit these people are talking about, this one in particular, will affect thousands of years from now. But so will that comet when it passes through the keyhole. Look, don't tell me they don't know exactly where it's going right now. Don't tell me there ain't 15 lasers on it. And they're like, using this keyhole, like if it does, and they got the experts out there. Look, come on. They know this thing's going to hit in 2036. The hell you think Elon's getting off the damn planet? Why do you think the Japanese are dropping shit that they can't recover on the moon right now? Wow, I don't think we can stop this one. How big is it? Where's it going to hit? It's exactly the questions they asked, and they got the answers. They know exactly when it's going to hit, pretty much within an hour. And they know exactly where it's going to hit. And you will see between now and 2036, you will see humanity removed from that ecosystem if they possibly can. It's not going to kill everybody, but it's going to make a dramatic effect on the earth for 1,000 years. Or we don't tell them a thing and we just let 1/3 of the planet die. I mean, which one is scarier? Which one of those two thought processes is scarier? Look, I don't just talk about it. I'm going to show you. Do you believe him? You believe him, chat? Do you believe him? There's no way to stop these things. And they're out there. So our heliosphere moves through space. Let's say this is a ball. This all, it just moves through space with the sun at the center, and all the planets inside this and all this, all the planets, all the Kuiper Belt and all, we're moving where. So there's this big ball of ice chips and all kinds of shit that follows the sun, is basically within orbit of the sun, and it's, hundreds of millions of miles, it's far. It's a big area of space, because space is big. But if you have something that, comes into that, or the gravitational pull starts to disturb that, and one thing bangs into another, that bangs into another, that bangs into another, that hits something else, that moves the trajectory, and the balance is shifted of its orbit around whatever it's doing, and it gets flung off and pulled closer to another body, and then that bangs into something else. All within this, all we've done is hit a little bit of gravity, and it's moved some stuff around. And this shit comes in, it takes 267 million years to go around the Milky Way, and we run in this big ball of, everything following the sun, fucking runs into shit. Gravity. It runs into gravity, dark matter. It moves it, it shifts it. Why aren't the dinosaurs still alive? Well, they didn't know how to make rocket engines. I'm telling you this. Well, why did that, Well, they're living, happy and free on 31% oxygen. Eating everything growing, everything eating, carbon monoxide balance, and the oxygen, wow, that's why that shit grew so big. And that's why, there was a 9 or 11% reduction in the percentage of oxygen in the atmosphere after everything settled, which, helped it make it sustainable for the whatever survived. Millions of years of layers of ferns. Who knows if that's the, I don't know. Could that be it? Could they already know? I don't know. Internet's been wrong before. So I'm telling you. A lot of this shit don't matter in 1,000 years. But if we don't get hit by an asteroid, nuclear war will matter for 1,000 years. Just so you know. That shit ain't going, you know, that shit ain't going nowhere. Regardless of 200 hit or 2,000 hit. That's going to change the planet for 1,000 years. It'll change the way everything in your life operates. And humans operate for 1,000 years. There goes my neighbor Randy heading to work. Randy, I hope you have a great and wonderful day. You take care, sir. Flash your lights if you hear me. Oh, he ain't listening. That's too funny. Yeah, it's just me sitting here drinking coffee, waiting on the. So we didn't get a lot of response to the chicken question. So I'm gonna check on the chickens, but you're not gonna see it. I just gotta find it. There it is. Yeah, they're fine. Y'all want to see them? They're waiting for me to come out there and open it up. And it's probably time. I should go do that. It's not pouring down rain. I'll be right back. Joe's trash truck guy. Did you guys hear me on the stream though? Yeah, I got 2 cameras down right now. I don't want to try to use this time to figure it out, but yeah, there's 2. One just shut down on me just a second ago while I was out there, so it was crazy. I'm gonna have to reset them, but we're still waiting on the trash truck. Listening to some pretty good tunes, drinking some coffee. Where's my little knife? Where's my little knife? With it. Shit. What did I do with it? There it is. You're dying to see him, aren't you? I know you are. I know you are. My backyard one is out. This one right here is out. And this one right here, these 2 went out. Backyard and chicken view. There they are out there. I'm gonna turn their sound down though. Make this PC work for it today. I don't know what it is, but I don't understand murder. I don't understand. I guess I'm just built different. I don't. And we watch, we watch First 48. We watch, the shit people get murdered over. Oh my word. Y'all see this guy right here? It's funny. A little squirrel doing acrobatics. It's hazelnuts. I have hazelnuts in there just for him. But he has to dig each individual one out and put them in his mouth and then climb up the tree and eat them out of his little pouches. It's so funny. Now he goes up there and to eat them. So he digs them out, puts them in his mouth, and then he goes somewhere else and he eats them. That was full of hazelnuts. Now he's eating them. He's not dumping them out on the ground. He don't want anybody else to have them. If he's doing the work, he's going to eat them. Right, and then he'll come back. They've been here every day, so this one's smart. He's going to keep coming back until they're all gone. And then I have another bag. So I'll see this guy all winter long. Because I got another bag of these things on the kitchen table. Is that not some crazy shit? I love coffee after something sweet. Because I don't put sugar in my coffee, so it just really enhances the flavor of the coffee. I have to go brush my teeth after this. I always brush my teeth after coffee, but we're going to be on till the trash truck's here, just kind of hanging out on the interweb. Hanging out, listening to cool jazz music. And, looking at Twitter, see what else is crazy. Whatever pops into my head. I don't think we're going to play a game today. Yeah. But Scotty's on vacation this week, so if he wants to play, I'll play. Yeah, nobody's on yet, so it's cool. It's real early here. It's 8:15, 9:15. I'm not getting up on my early just to play video games. And he might have something to do today. It's Tuesday. Let me tell you, if you're going to Publix to avoid the rush for Thanksgiving, or Walmart, it's already busy, which is a good thing. Two corporate giants having a great Thanksgiving off the backs of every other. No, I'm just messing. I know people who work at Publix, so. My wife got to meet a woman that I dated one time. Went on one date. She works at Publix. And I'm not sure she says the same about me with any pride. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. was Twitter. You're not missing anything. Nobody wants you two in office anymore. Read that again. The media isn't silent on child sex trafficking because of children. It's because of those who are the customers. I have to pop a like on that. I can tolerate people this long. Oh. I like to make noises like I'm throwing up and then splash water on folks. And then you're flow. You got your thumb over the bottle, but you're flicking, you know, you're flicking water against the street, they will absolutely move their feet. And when the stewardess comes over, just go, it's just water. Come on. And you're just spraying, water. You just got your little bottle of water that they gave you halfway through the flight, or you got, you're sprinkling, and that shit'll move. And then you're just throwing little drops of water. Come on, don't tell me that won't work. Wow, what a great job celebrating Christmas. You nailed it! You nailed the Christmas decorations right here. Nailed it! Oh, look, we can be the cool couple on, come on! Get your ass out there on some fucking ladders and put up some lights like the rest of us. You don't get a cheat code for Christmas. Oh, yeah. Way to go, ladies. Yeah. Great job. Again. And you're splashing water the whole time. It works for this one, too. It works for this one. You're just splashing water. They'll feel it hit their head. And you're just, when the stewardess come up, when they turn around, you're like, you're just like, sorry. You can even sip on the water if you want. Oh, it works for this one, y'all. I promise. It works for this one. I would get it, or I'd get some stuck in the mechanism. This thing has a little bit of a tilt, so I just start tilting it until some of it got sucked in. Go top and bottom real quick as you're trying to feed her hair in. Maybe with a pencil in your nose or some shit. I don't know. No, you just start feeling. If it's that, just start. Oh, these people. But this is staged. This is not real. This is not real. This is two stewardesses in an empty plane. This is a stewardess and her friend in an empty plane. It ain't real. A Palestinian journalist working for NBC News was arrested in Israel on suspicion of inciting terrorism and identifying with terrorist organizations. Multiple Israeli media outlets reported. Wow. Propaganda. Oh, an Amish crash. Damn. Watertown, New York. The New York woman who is driving the pickup truck that crashed into a buggy, killing two Amish children, has been charged criminally with negligent homicide. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office arrested 26-year-old Charlene Kring on Monday. Kring is set to be arraigned on 2 counts of criminally negligent homicide next month. The crash happened in County Road 2 in Alexandria, New York on September 20th. Deputies say Kring drove her pickup into a back of a buggy which was traveling in the same direction. Investigators say speed and distracted driving were continuing factors led to the collision. The crash killed a 1-year-old Ananias Schlossbau and 3-year-old Andy Schlossbau. Schlabau. I probably butchered that name and I apologize. According to the sheriff's office, 4 other members of the Labau family were injured. Kring was not injured in the accident. Well, hell! She was driving a tank! She was driving a damn pickup truck. Wow. Just hammered him. And it killed the horses too? Wow. 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 You know he saw it too, though. You know he looked in the rearview mirror and he saw it, and he's like, she's not going to hit us. She's, you know, his last thoughts, Dad's last thoughts before the crash were, he saw her. They have mirrors, because they're very well aware, and he was probably just like, nothing he could do. Looked in the mirror and there's a truck. Wow. Wow. That's sad. That's sad. This dude killed another in a nursing home. I read this story earlier today. Wow. The orderly couldn't stop it because they're 2 bigger guys. The guy basically pushed him down, took his walker, and beat him to death with it. And I guess that was 1 or 2 hits. But it didn't take much. Guy, 70-something years old, 80-something years old, getting beat to death. And, they tried respirations. They got the ambulance, took him to the hospital, and he died. They arrested this guy. Hope he enjoys prison. So this woman trusted a man that she shouldn't have. Ladies, listen up. I don't know why people murder people, but people murder people all the time. I don't know why. They had a disagreement at the storage facility and he put a bullet in her and then shoved her in the storage facility and locked it. This is tragic. Out there riding his motorcycle last week, a deer rutting. North Carolina, come running out, bang. It's tough to survive. Doing 65, 55, 45 miles an hour, and a deer plugs you right in the side. That is a random act of nothing you can do about it. It might have been what happened to my brother's son and his cousin. It might have been a deer, a little bit of water, a little bit of moisture. If the politicians are gonna do it, so are we. Let's all pile on Northrop Grumman. Look, I live in this area. That looks like the office in my town. Morton Thiokol, Northrop Grumman, any number of electronics companies you can name. Redundancy programs, test flight programs, test flight companies. There's all kinds of small businesses that keep this shit running and reinvented. And when you do termite work, you see a lot of weird shit because you got to check the very bottom basement of most buildings, or they can't have us under coverage, and they have to have us under coverage in order to maintain a relationship with the military. So, and we got to let an unsecured guy get in the basement. Well, it was all right last year, but hey, I understand. We'll just let them know that we can't do the termite inspection and we're not responsible for any damage that may happen to the structure, even though they're paying. Oh, just come on down. Just come on down. Here. Sign in. Let's get you a badge. Before you know it, they're taking your picture. That you know your mother's grandmother's birthday. Would you rejoin the Army if you quit for COVID? You want to go back to an organization that made you quit because of your stance on medications in your body? Good luck, Omri. Good luck. Good luck. That doesn't even pass the smell test. Even if it's hard, you have to talk about it. Even if it's hard, we can't stop communicating about what we all feel passionately about. We can't stop talking about the truth and what is not the truth. We just can't murder each other over it. You know, you still got to talk about what is the truth and what's not the truth. You have to have these discussions. If you stop talking about it, they win. Either side. I don't care which side you're on. If you don't talk about it, they win. They've already got you locked in. They're not going to talk about it. We can do whatever the fuck we want. Are you kidding me? I don't think the trash truck guys come. Still no trash truck guy. I told you we'd get you back to the trash truck, and it's getting close. We may have to stay on this page for a while. We got enough stuff to talk about now that we've been on Twitter. Now that we've been on, Twitter for 10 minutes. You go to Twitter for 10 minutes, and it gives you hours worth of stuff to talk about. I'm just funning with you. It's Trash Truck Tuesday. I'm finished with my coffee. I've started on my water. So, how much are you going to pay for Grand Theft Auto 6? Uh-oh, I got a bug on my... How much are you going to pay for Grand Theft Auto 6? I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I am not pre-ordering Grand Theft Auto 6 for PC. If I get a PS5, I'm going to hook it up to my wife's television, or the television that we have in the sitting room where she likes to sit that hurts my back after about 2 hours. But the couches that we have that she picked out that we have in the living room hurt her back after about 2 hours. So it's, yeah, but we do basically sleep in the same bed. It's just we found a happy medium for both of us in the bed. But, yeah. So, anyways, 7 Days to Die is going, they're porting it to the PlayStation 5. I don't have one of those, but I don't mind purchasing one if my wife's going to play 7 Days to Die with me online at the same time in a server where we can build and just, enjoy the game the way it was designed together apart. But, just, she knows I'm in here, she's in there, we connect together, and we're, I wouldn't mind streaming that, but that's entirely up to her. If she doesn't want to be on stream, then we won't stream it. It'll just be me and her playing a video game together for a couple hours a night, But she loved 7 Days to Die when she first got here. We had it on PS4. And we built the most amazing base with storage and collecting, and we dug a tunnel all the way to the desert biome. We defended 2 bases, and I mean we had a really good time with it. And then it didn't port to then they stopped, that whole thing happening. Yeah, it just doesn't work on PlayStation. I mean, she's seen me play it on here and on stream. She's coming here 7 days. She goes, "Wow, that looks good." Yeah, I know. I said it's a completely different game. She saw my truck and my gyrocopter and my bicycle and all my little garage of stuff, and how the graphics and the zombies and she saw the stripper zombie. She goes, "Oh, lucky you!" at the stripper zombie coming at me. Ah! I'm like, yeah. Well, you forgot the topless. I didn't tell her about the topless, cheerleader or something like that. There was a couple alphas ago. So, anyways, yeah, PS5 and probably next Christmas. Probably not this. I don't know when their port's coming. But if it's coming this Christmas, then I'll do it for her for this Christmas. I still have my motorcycle money, and I would love to do that for her. And we're just like right down the hall from each other. Get her some wireless headphones. Or she can just use the volume on the, Hey, Devs, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream, sir. We're just waiting on the trash truck guy and talking about 7 Days to Die being on console next year. My wife loved that game, man. She really did. She, and together we enjoyed it, And I asked her that, I said, she goes, "Well, I don't know." I said, "But would it be relaxing for you? Maybe on a Sunday we just play. You're completely consumed in the game when you play it, because we have been. We've been like, man, it's 11 o'clock. We got to go to bed. It's a Saturday night. What do we have to do tomorrow? Not that I get, but because we would get into the game. When the hospital came, when they put the hospital we used the hospital as a base. We used the roof and then the little room that you could go down to from there. It was all our storage and where we made stuff. And we blocked off the stairs, but we'd made a rim around it, and we made a staircase all the way down to the ground. And it's been a long time. There was only like 7 zombies in the game. And, this is way back in the day, and we loved it, And she has seen me play it, and she's like, yeah. So I asked her, I said, you know, we could get a PlayStation 5 when they come out, and this game's coming on. Yeah, I don't know, but if I just do it for her, she'll probably play it. Because it's not like, no, I'll never play that. It was like, well, I don't know if I'd have time, but honey, let's play 7 Days to Die. I go, you know, boot up all this, and I turn hers on, get her set up, you know, put her on, get her in the lobby. All right, babe, you ready? Hand her the controller. Put in the you know, she knows the password. We'll set up a password together. But man, we get in the same server, me in here, her in there, both playing 7 Days to Die on our own private map, private server. That would be so fun. So, I'm looking forward to that. So. How are you, sir? Good to see you again. Ah, yeah, I see you on my Discord, too. Toxie and Baker and Dev. I enjoy a lot more streamers' content that really enjoy mine. But I understand because it's about their content and they're trying to make money. Did you guys get storms last night? Did they reach all the way up to you? We had storms. Man, it's been raining most of the morning. It's kind of dry now. You can see the driveway. But early this morning when I got up and we were doing stuff, it was pouring down rain. I didn't let the chickens out until almost 8:15. It's kind of, we might get some more, but this, you know, if there's a leaf to be on a tree, it's on the ground now. I cleaned up my stream deck. Now I have 5 open buttons, and I made all the same icons for the camera and all the same icons for the be right back, and you know, so. Hey Scott, how are you doing? Good morning, welcome. I do not see you on Discord. See, that's the weird thing. When you go, if you're online, but you know, usually when Deb goes online, it usually shows me that, but maybe your PC's not connected like your Xbox. But even when you go live on your Xbox, it doesn't show me anymore. It used to. I used to see Scotty and then Xbox in my Discord, but it never shows it anymore. Even when I'm in your Discord, it doesn't show you online. It's weird. I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm just saying. It's weird. Look, you live your life any way you want, man. I'm saying it's weird. Yeah, it started raining again. Neither do I, and it doesn't really matter. Maybe it's a setting on my side. I don't know, but I could show you. See, if you're online, it does not show here, but it still has you. Scotty NJ right there. See, it still has you in my Discord. Oops, my face is in the way. Hold on. So there's Scotty NJ right there. Can you see it? And this is my Discord. Dev's on, and you know, so there you are. Well, there's Sitkus, and there's you, but it doesn't show you when you're on. Even when you go on, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that lit up in a long time. Maybe Deb knows the answer to this and he can tell you, but. Oh yeah, did he kill you? Did he get you killed? He's a good guy. I like him. He's my brother. Oh, he's all right. Yeah, he is. Nice, nice, nice. Was Romeo on too? I was watching football and watching hockey, and then I fell asleep, and I took a shower early. I took my shower at about 6:30. We'd gone to Publix. She got home at like 4, kind of surprised me. I was just about to start cooking dinner, and she's rolling in. I was just changing the laundry out of the machine, like you had said you'd done. And, yeah, there's the garage door opening up behind me, and she's backing in. I'm like, oh. So I finished that chore. She's coming in. I start the dryer. And she goes, well, what's... I said, well, it's 4 o'clock. You know, I usually start... You know, so anyways, I said, do you want to go to Publix with me? She goes, what do we need at Publix? I said, well, we don't have any more cheese for my bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches in the morning. And she goes, oh. I said, yeah, because I want to... You know, I've got the English muffins, but I didn't have any more cheese because we went through all that dilemma yesterday. So, yeah, so we went to Publix. I got me 3 chicken strips, some potato wedges, and some macaroni from their deli. She got some from their fish department. She got some sushi and some boiled shrimp and stuff like that. So, probably just need to resync on one of the other ends, Discord or Xbox. Yeah, just go make sure that your Discord recognizes your Xbox, or that your Xbox recognizes your... Like, turn it off and then turn it back on and just make it recognize it again. You think that would work? Just got to go back down there. Look, it's not a big deal. I was just letting you know that that was happening. I mean... I'll see Romeo on. I'm like, oh, yeah, Scotty must be on. I can't see any of my indications on Discord that you're on, but I see Romeo on. I'm like, yeah, let me jump on and see if they're going to play today and stuff like that. So we are waiting on the trash truck, but after that, I can probably switch over to some Call of Duty. Or, you know, I didn't know what you guys were doing today. I don't want you to take up your whole vacation playing Call of Duty. You think, because, you know, you think you have to make me happy. Right. It possibly just needs to be reset. I gotta reset the computer out here that I got the chickens on about every 48 hours. I have to just shut it down, shut the Discord, you know, shut the streaming down, bring it back up, or they both kick me offline at some inopportune time. Like, they'll stop broadcasting. So YouTube and Twitch will only let you broadcast consistently for so long before they kick you off anyway. So I've tried to every 2 days just like kind of reset it. Aww. I'm digging the Christmas tree and the decorations out today. Yeah, Sunday used to be my day too. Thanksgiving weekend, Sunday was the day to do Christmas decorations. Always in my household. And me. If I didn't, you know, if there was no good football game on, you know, but unless the Patriots were playing on TV or something like that, you know, get the stuff out about 10 o'clock. Start going through it. That's cool. So today's your day to get it out of the attic or dig it up from the basement, wherever it's been for the last 11 months. Or 10, depending on when you put your Christmas shit away. Could be as early as 10 months ago. I hear ya. I'd found something on Twitter where these people were trying to, like, you know, trick Christmas decorations. They just clipped this big banner on there, like they've, you know, well, there's our Christmas decorations, you know, trying to get up on a fucking ladder and put up some Christmas decorations. Just because you put a sheet on your garage that says Merry Christmas doesn't mean that it's okay. So it's professionally made. It still doesn't make it that you don't have, you know, you don't have the cheat code for Christmas decorations, and you know. Wonderful. Now put the lights. That looks great. Now put some lights around it, cause it ain't Christmas. And now get the things out of the, you know, get the blow up doll, the little, you know, the maybe you got the polar bear, you know, you got the polar bear out there, or you got Santa with a little bit of a leak that you just can't find, you know. Yeah, you're trying to take the blower out and figure out how you're going to blow, you know, how you're going to keep them blown up. You still got all the cords. In the last 10 months, if you needed a receptacle for something, and now you've got to go buy the... That goes along with that light carousel that shines lights on your house. Hey, I resemble that remark. Yeah, you can't just put an LED outside and call it Christmas. Ain't nobody driving by to see that shit. Now let's go down this cul-de-sac. They got some people with lights shining on the side of their house. Ain't nobody driving around looking at that shit. We are... Oh, my word. We're looking for the Griswolds. Well, he is, but whatever he brings is fitting in the mailbox. If he's coming by that house, it's fitting in the mailbox, you know? You bought that shit yourself coming in through Amazon or something. Look, I'm already using my Christmas gift to myself. I'm already using my Stream Deck. I'm already using my skates. So, Merry Christmas to you. He might send you a text. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Oh, that's some good shit, man. Thanks for coming by and making my day. You guys always make the stream better. Anybody, whether it's Dev or Sitkus or Scotty or Romeo or Pause and Think or, you know, y'all always make the stream better than it was when you didn't show up. You guys, cheers. You always make the stream better. Look at me crinkling bottles right in your ear. Holy shit. I am the worst streamer in the damn world. I'm gonna go get some porridge and eat it like Devs. When I knew you could take that joke, Dev, when you took that was funny. And you knew it was funny, and it was just, you know, and I didn't do it. I just kind of pointed it out and somebody else clipped it. I was just in the chat. And then it got sent to me as a streamer. What am I supposed to do? Not go click the link? But, you know, when you took that and it was like, yeah, that's cool, you know, and you could crack on anything. You know, I don't know if I crack on myself more than anybody else does, but damn, I'm over here eating cream horns and, you know, tacos. You know? My brother eats really fast. Techno Hit eats really fast. I mean, like somebody's gonna steal it. I mean, I eat a little faster than my wife, but when I'm in a large group, I slow down. But, man, yeah, like somebody's gonna steal it from him. It's too funny. You guys have had to watch me eat too many times on stream, I promise you that. Where is this trash truck guy? It's 9 o'clock in the morning. The squirrels are going ham. Yeah. Well, my first duty station after basic training was here at Red Rock University. And, you know, when I got here, it was a college campus full of, you know, Army dudes and girls trying to learn electronics. There was an MP school on the, you know, it was part of the MP school was there too. It was down in Fort McClellan, but their AIT, their advanced training, was also. I was in the electronics side, and you know they had 3 shifts of soldiers coming and going, but they locked it down about the time I was on 3rd shift. You know, but I've told you guys those stories. It's, you know. So, having to eat fast for a whole year and a half now, we were, you know, really nice chow hall, and, you know, my brother, though, lived on a ship. So, yeah, there were shifts. You had to eat within, you know, they had to feed so many people in a certain amount of time. But at Red Rock University, and even, and by the time, you know, I was basically married by the time I got to Fort Polk. You know, we had a baby on the way by the time I got to Fort Polk, and we were making arrangements for me to go back and get married before I got shipped off to Germany for a 3-month reforger, which I came home a month earlier for the birth of my son. Here's a story nobody wanted to fucking hear. It's 40 years ago, y'all. 40 years ago. It's like it was yesterday in my mind. It's like it was yesterday. It feels like it was yesterday. I just, you know, that's... It feels like I'm still that 19-year-old. Not, you know, not my ankle, you know, after I played hockey yesterday. That didn't feel like it, but it's just like mentally and spiritually, you know, that kid was just like yesterday, you know. He knows a lot of shit more than, you know, but in the memory, wow, look at these people running. Holy shit. It is now pouring down rain. You can see the driveway has gotten now wet. Holy cow. There's some energetic folks in my neighborhood. They get ready for the apocalypse. What they don't know is there's several nuclear warheads aimed right at us. Wow. You guys are lagging behind the ladies now. Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. Come on, guys. Let's go. Well, I know the view's a lot better from back there. My wife's like, speed up. I said, no, you go ahead. I'm just going to, you know, because the view's a lot better. It gives you some motivation, you know? Why they running? Well, those two dudes were chasing them for sure. So I don't know why the whole group, I don't know what the whole group is running from. Look, this is better than 7 Days to Die, I promise you. Just watching my front yard. Oh, I've been kind enough to break away to Twitter or Twitch or something if my neighbors are pulling away. So we got Randy, but Randy don't give a shit. He knows I stream, and God knows what I'm going to broadcast from here. He knows that. So we got the squirrel over here still. We got the squirrel over here still enjoying his nuts. He's getting one out at a time, then he'll climb up. He'll put a couple in his pouch and then climb up and eat them. Excuse me as I pick my nose on stream. Excuse me. There's my acrobatic squirrel right there. Yeah, he's hanging upside down, got his claws latched in the tree, hanging upside down to get hazelnuts out of this fucking feeder. And they won't drop out. They're kind of locked in there with the moisture and stuff like that, so he has to kind of dig. They haven't been there long. They've only been there about 2 weeks, but he just finally found them. I guess he got hungry enough, and I'd spread a whole bag on the ground. I don't know where they all went. And then I mowed, so God knows where they went. But I think he might have got some of those. But then I just put the other bag in the feeder right here, because I wanted to move the birds towards the back. I've got a feeder in the back. You guys know about that. So this is the acrobatic squirrel that now knows how to dig one or two, and then he goes up the tree and he eats them. Oh, the wildlife in my neighborhood, huh? I don't see him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the stream if I play Call of Duty, but you're doing their Christmas stuff, so I'm not even worried about it. So you should take a picture though. Look, you should take some pictures along the way. You know, finding it in the attic, take a picture of that. You know, when you get it out of the attic and you haven't broken anything, you know, take a picture of that. You know, just do like a little step-by-step. You know, you find out you're missing a part, or somebody's taken the strip that you usually keep in there. Somebody else has needed it for something. So your 6-prong, you know, strip that you have is gone, or you used it for something. Now you got to go dig it out from behind the computer or something like that. Or you got it hooked up to something in the garage or out back. You know, come on. As you dig all that shit out, just take pictures, you know, along the way. Give us a little bit of documentation on your Discord. For your millions of followers. Or put them in my Discord, in my pics and in my memes, or my what do I got? Put them in vacation pics, you know? Oh, here's my vacation. Call of Duty and putting up Christmas decorations. If the inflatable sprung has sprung a leak and I haven't duct taped it. Oh, way to go, Clark. Eddie? Are you surprised, Clark? I couldn't be more surprised if my lip was stapled to the carpet tomorrow morning when I woke up. Eddie? Catherine? Eddie? You know that's on 24 hours on TNT on Sunday, right? Or Friday. Friday, I think it's on 24 hours on TNT. Of course, it's riddled with... I might as well put my... I've got it on DVD. I might as well put the DVD in on repeat, you know? All those... Yeah, it's probably... Of the 24 hours, it's probably about 9 hours of the actual movie. And the rest of it is advertising. Look, at my office where I wrote, in the termite, my boss was a big fan. The other supervisor was a fan. The pest control manager was a fan. One of their supervisors was a fan. So, look, we used to talk in. I mean, it was almost like the rule. We basically talked in Christmas vacation lines. Shitter's full. Clark, up here, plate. Up here, nothing. You know. Our office would literally talk in, you're explaining something, and just a line comes up, and you got to use it. If a line from that movie will work. Mom, this present's meowing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Oh. That movie is just too funny. I don't know if I could legally watch it and not get a copyright strike. We could watch it together. You guys get my first reaction. You guys could get my reaction. It's the same reaction every time. It is such a funny movie. God. Well, TNT, 24 hours. It's probably... They're probably going to do, 17 episodes? Or do the movie's 2 hours long? Or an hour and 40 minutes long, I can't remember. But it's going to be chopped to pieces and advertised. Kind of like watching my stream, but not as funny. I mean, my stream. Yeah, you should document that for us. Just whip out your phone and take pictures all along the way for us, Scotty. That'll be funny. I'd like to see that. I'm gonna go get another bottle of water. You guys watch for the trash guy. trash truck isn't even close. I don't hear it anywhere. All I hear is my my goose and my chickens raising hell back there. Take a look around you, Ellen. We're in the threshold of hell. That's funny. That's funny. Look, take a look around, Ellen. We're in the threshold of hell. Ah. Thanksgiving weekend, y'all. Wow. 2023. Thanksgiving weekend of 2023. This time next year, we will know who our next president is. Just so you know. Yeah, I like my new setup. I like my new setup. I was able to push the screens all back away from me, which gave me a little bit more dynamic view here, and I could play with the camera and get a little bit, you know, a little more spacious. Like I'm not like right on top of you and stuff like that, unless I want to be. So, and that gave me just enough room to slide in that fourth monitor over here, way off to the side, but I can look over there and see, you know, that's where I can know I'm seeing dead. If I see, you know, somebody online, Effie and, you know, Romeo's not online. I don't know, you know, I hope he's sleeping in. I hope he's got company. I hope he's doing something fantastic and not trying to rush to get online to see if we're online. But if he really loves playing the game, you know, maybe that makes him so. Hopefully not a Cheeto. Have they started defrosting Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé for the Christmas season yet? Oh. My wife said we're cleaning. I said, oh, good for your Christmas party, because I've been egging her to have a Christmas party with her 5 or 6 friends, you know. My wife doesn't have any friends at work. Let's just be clear about that. There's people she tolerates at work more than there's other people that she tolerates, and it's Bublé. So she goes, we're gonna clean. And she's touching stuff like, okay. All the laundry's getting put away, all this clutter's getting put away, all this, you know. Now we're gonna probably come up underneath this burn warning. I can burn all this paper and this trash, and I can get a really nice fire going, you know, Thursday. I'll be burning trash, cleaning up the garage, staying the hell out of her way. Because it doesn't matter what I clean, it's not going to be clean enough for her. So it'll be me just moving shit around, heavy shit, you know, getting around stuff, vacuuming, but, you know, mopping. So if I don't initiate it, but since she wants to do it, she's off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I have to pick the day. I'll have to initiate it because I'll have to pick the day that I want to do this. But it needs it. It just depends how pretty it is, whether I do my stuff inside or outside. Because when she says we, she really means her with me helping. Because it's not, no matter what I clean, it's not going to be that clean enough. Because, and I love her for it. And it's not with any malice or, you know, she just knows herself. And I can kid her about stuff, and, you know, we can have a good time doing it. So, definitely some things that have to be cleaned, and we've moved. I've sold a motorcycle. I've sold a exercise bicycle. You know, we've gotten some areas of the garage cleaned out that have, you know, now there's a way. Now, hey, now we can reorganize bicycles and lawn equipment, stuff like that. So yeah, it's you know, it's good. You know, move mops and buckets and chicken shit and chicken stuff that we've been using for the chickens and stuff, and you know, the whole bit. You know, yeah, absolutely clean. Just you know, rock it. I'm looking forward to my Thanksgiving. No, really, I am. That's my neighbor coming home, and you don't need to see my neighbor. If the trash truck comes, she'll just have to deal with it, because we're not missing the trash truck, but I'm not, you know, I don't want to destroy my neighbor's privacy because I'm trying to stream. They're not even doing it for money. Oh. So let's take this time to drink a little bit of water. Cheers. Oh. All right, she's gone inside, I think. $1 million neighborhood right here, folks. $1 million neighborhood. You know why I call it $1 million neighborhood? Because it'd take me $1 million to move away from here because of the relationships and the people I know here in this circle. Who have my, who know me and have known me for 30 years. I've known them for 30 years. You're looking at 1, 2, 3 original owners in this. Me and 2 of these other people are original owners. And y'all know Randy. Randy's my next door neighbor, not original owner. But before him there was Bob, who taught me a lot about improv guitar lyrics, song lyrics. Give that man any 3 words and Bob could create a song out of it while playing the guitar. So I try to emulate that with you guys writing the songs, and I just figure out how the music goes to it. And again, this all leads us back to no, we're not probably doing any Christmas decorations. When my grandkids were younger, and I did the whole house in, the magical years. I go over my granddaughter's talking about butt cracks and poopy. She's over the coming to see the Christmas lights granddad does. There's no, a lot of the magic in there is gone. So no, I'm not going to decorate. This is probably going to be the last year. If I want to decorate again, I'll have to buy a new tree, because I've got a cabinet that I need to reorganize, get this box out of here, put the cabinet there, and excuse me, and put the decorations in the cabinet that are all in boxes right now that fit really nicely in these, So I've got a nice shelf to put these in. But the Christmas tree is in the way, and since we don't use a Christmas tree, these are Halloween lights and, cables and cords. Anyway, my son ripped the workbench out of his garage, and when I talked to his wife about it, he put it in his workshop, I guess downstairs. In his detached garage. She said she's gonna make like a little gym area there, and so that got us talking about total. And she goes, "No, I'm not getting that. I just want some this and some bands and just have this area." I said, "Well, that's cool." But so it got me sparked the other day. I'm sitting at the TV, and of course I see what's his name, the king, I guess, doing the tonal. If you don't know where I am, if without knowing where I came from, some shit like that. And so I looked up the tonal website. Oh my word! Yeah, it's a piece of equipment, but the reality is it's a subscription service. They're basically giving you the phone. You can do $79 for 4 years, but you're still going to pay $40 for all the doodad. Well, for, I don't know what the range of doodad is, but the base for I don't know what you get with base or what you get with the initial price. It's a monthly service charge of depending on how many you click these boxes of how many people you want and how many sessions you want and how many, so you click all this stuff in, and the more parameters you pick of what you want this thing to do, the higher the monthly fee goes up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Randy's back home. He might be on vacation this week too, but I doubt it. He works all the time. He's Oh my word, yeah. So, yeah, if you got nothing to do, devs, and you want to, go onto the Total site and see what the charge is. It is, I'm not going to do it on here because, I think it's funner when you discover some things for yourself. But wow. I think you have to be a king to afford this. But I guess if you want to be an in-shape shut-in. Yeah, if you want to be an in-shape shut-in, this is your tool. But because you ain't got no money to go out nowhere to show off this fantastic body. Because you still got to make that payment next month. To get all these tools, you can pull down the weight. You ain't got nobody generating or motivating or nothing like that. You can adjust it. I said, because there's questions. Well, what happens if I dock the service? And, well, this will work and this will work, but the screen basically goes dark and into a system function mode of showing you the weight that's on there and, well, the screen goes mostly dark. It looks like a lot like a mirror. Oh, it's just this black box on your wall with some cables hanging off it. Oh, even if you got one off of eBay 3 months after Christmas, you'd still be on the hook. You'd still be on the hook for the membership, You've got to do the 1 year membership. The tonal comes and you've got to pay for the 1 year membership when you buy the tonal. So it's the price of the tonal plus the 1 year membership that you can't get out of. And then it's month to month after that on a credit card that you've already given them access to. Your American Express. God forbid you use your debit card, because I wouldn't use my debit card. Maybe you could do a Visa, a Visa, put the money on the card. Here, this is my Visa. Well, that Visa ends with a 3330, and we can't accept that Visa because they know the numbers in the ending of those Visa gift cards or whatever that you can put money on. They have a special code in there that tells the person that's accepting it, that it's a pay-as-you-go. So they have nothing else to pull out of because you just stop putting money into it and they can't get any money out. There's nothing for them to keep drawing from because you haven't put any money on the thing. Oh. $279. Nah, I think I'll just stop putting that money in that account. And then all they have to do is draw the last one out, They try to hit it again and it's empty, and they send you nasty letters, but what are they going to do? They don't have any other financial, oh, and just get me out of my contract, Oh, it's month to month. Yeah, just stop that. You know, now it doesn't take them 3 months to stop because there's no. You're not putting any money in the account. They have nothing to draw from. But God forbid, don't give them your debit card, and don't give them your American Express on something like that. You know, they'll just keep charging it. It'll take them 3 months to end the contract. You know, even though you're month to month. Oh, you didn't read that when you first signed up for Tonal? How extremely hard it is to quit it? Oh, that was on section 406, paragraph 17, you know, subparagraph Q. Yeah. Welcome to Tonal. My name is Marie. I'd like to answer your question. How can I help you at Tonal today? Yeah, what time is it there? Oh, I'm not saying that Tonal outsources its customer. I'm not saying that. I have no idea. I have no idea if now or in the future Tonal outsources its customer service. I don't know. How do you want to deal with Dan from Pakistan? Or Gary from Zimbabwe? Or Mike from South Korea, you know? There's no easy way to say it, folks. I'm sorry. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to Tonal. How can I help you? Mladic. Your name is Mladic? No, Medic. Mladic? Mladic. Mr. Mladic, how can I help you today? What'd you say your name was? My name is Bobby. Bobby. Okay, Babib. Oh. My name's Vanacek. Oh, cool. We've got a guy running for office here named Vanacek. That would be believable to me. And they should all the dudes over there should now answer the phone with my name is Vanacek. Because now that's kind of like a household name because now this guy's gone viral a couple of times. So if I know your customer service from a foreign company, but I might give you a little leeway because now I understand your name because it's Vanacek. Oh, well, you know, that's kind of... So no more fake American names. Just everybody use the name of Vanacek when they, you know, when they do customer service. It'll make the conversation. Look, we know we're not talking to Robert. You know, we all absolutely know we're not talking to Robert. And if you're going to lie about your name right off the bat, and you're in customer service, come on. I don't need to feel more welcoming because you have a fake American name. Maybe I'm just talking about scam centers. I don't know. Welcome to Total Customer Service. I don't know what you're going to get when you dial that number, when you know. But I would suggest paying for Total with a top-up credit card. Something that you control how much money is in for the entire length of the contract. And beyond. You'll find out real quick when they're trying to draw that money out of there, because you'll get an email the very next day. Something is going to generate an email to tell you that they can't get your money anymore. As soon as after that 12 month, you know. But I'm sure there's a way for them to know that those Visa cards that you top up are actually top up Visa cards. I'm sure there's a way that they can tell. You know. And maybe that sounds like a lot of work. But that's a lot of money every month to be taken out of your account when you don't use a product anymore. I'm just saying. I'm not saying all my followers are rich, but the cool ones are. And they can do total with their American Express and just say, hell yeah, let's ride this thing. Let's lose some weight. I'm going to do legless with total today. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. I don't know why I'm on tonal today. Well, because my son, my daughter-in-law, my son moved so she could do a... That's what got me thinking about tonal. Oh, how much are those? Would I buy one for myself? Well, hell no. When I give him the... there'll be a nice spot for it when I give him... I have an air hockey table, but it just seems like a lot more clutter right now than so I want to give it to him so his kids can play. So I can play with it. I think I might just load it up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to load it up when they get back from the mountains. Like next weekend. Not this weekend. Next weekend. Before they go to Vegas. And it's a nice day. I'm going to get, me and Patty are going to load that thing up and we're just going to take it to Josh's. I'm going to back right up to the garage. Go in there and ask him for the remote. And ask him where he wants this thing. We'll take it upstairs and everything. That's what's great about having adult children, Scotty. You can give shit back that they said they wanted. He never said he didn't want it. I picked it up from his best friend's house, and I thought I wanted it. And I played it, and it's cool, and I got the motor fixed, and I got the air flowing, and I got all the dust off it, and I made it look real. I got the motor rewired and everything. I engineered the hell out of it. Plugged it back in, everything worked, everything's taped up, it looks professional. Everything's tucked away, you got a cord that comes down, you can plug something into that, it reaches the electrical outlet with a little bit of slack. Anyways, I squared it away. But, because I came here 40 years ago and learned electronics and wiring and shit like that. So let's not discount what I learned in my youth. But he's told me, yeah, man, that'd be cool for, so. Right. And they're not coming to my house because my house is never clean enough for relatives to come. This is why I'm joking with this. We're coming around this to this story. I'm going to come back around to this story. We're not having a Christmas party at my house. There's no reason to clean in Thanksgiving for a Christmas party because we're not having a Christmas party because no one comes to the house unless my wife has 2 weeks notice to clean. My house is never clean enough for any company. But I love my wife for that. So the kids aren't coming here to play air hockey with me, so I might as well take the air hockey to my son's house where it can be protected in a beautiful barn-like garage that he's got space for his boat, he got space for all his lawn equipment, and upstairs half of it is a loft. Perfect place for an air hockey table. If the puck goes down, somebody has to use their exercise to go down and get the puck. He's getting it next Sunday. He just don't know it yet because he don't watch my stream. Yeah, I've got a full-length 8-foot pool table in my, the same room has a pool table. It has a, I etched a line in the concrete, the official distance from a dartboard, and I have a official distance dartboard with, very professional. I got $80 worth of darts on the dartboard, I've got another case of $80 darts somewhere, that's not on the dartboard. But the ones that, I just like nice darts. So there's when the guy came to redo the pool table in the gray that I have on it now that matched more of the Patriots decor, he goes, man, you'll never wear this out. This is tournament grade. You bought way above what this table. I said, yeah, exactly. And then he stayed there and had a couple of drinks and worked on it all. He did it. He was going to come back. He was going to do the slate and then come back and do the bumpers. But we were so cool and talking about shit. He leveled it and had the bumpers and had a couple of drinks and did it all right there. And he left about 1:30, but he wasn't drunk. But but we were having nice conversation, and it was really cool. And he put a new cover on my pool table. He goes, man, this, I do, when I'm doing something like and the air hockey's in an area where, it's really not, I mean, I could take out the couches and stuff like that, but then it would be a game room and not a nice sitting room to sit in and enjoy movies and stuff like that. So, but half the room is encompassed by speakers and the pool table and stuff like that. And this air hockey is off to the side. It's just not conducive to a really good game of air hockey. So, yeah, and I would love to play with my grandson and play with my granddaughter. She's tall enough to get over there and get all the. That would be fun. So, hey, let's go play air hockey. I'm gonna whoop y'all at air hockey. You know. They can even be 2 on their side and 1 on my side. And if they beat me, they beat me. But they're not going to beat me if I, So. Yes, my son is getting an air hockey. My wife will be all over that. She will be all over that. I'm going to call my son Friday. If he's home on Friday, I think they're going to be gone for the week. But if he's home on Friday, I'm going to say, stay right there. I'll be there in just a minute. And we are going to load this thing up. I'll be there in an hour. You guys going to be home? So Friday, if he's going to be home for an hour, yeah, I'll open the garage. Back it all the way up to the garage. There's nowhere else for it to go but in his big garage that he's got. Here, man. Me and Patty, you can watch me and my wife drag this upstairs, or you can grab the other end from her. And then give him a bag of all the shit. Give him a nice little bag. Maybe look. I have a bag. I have a bag that we don't use. It's like a tool bag that we don't use. I'll put all the accessories in the tool bag, so it's like kind of everything's there. The pucks, the little rag, the 4. There's 4 of the thingies. Not the puck. The puck is the little the hand slammer thingies, whatever you call them. Yeah, put that in a nice little bag, like just not so it's in some Walmart bag, because that'll get lost. But if you put it in something nice that can go right, hang underneath on a hook or something like that. Set it all up for him. Put the hook. Well, here's all your bag of stuff in this hook. I'm not just gonna throw it down. We're gonna take it up, but. There's no way he'd watch my wife. There's no way my son would watch my wife struggle this thing up some stairs. That's just not who I raised. So yeah, that's Sunday. We'll do that this weekend. That's for sure. Wait till I mention it to my wife. She'll be on board 100%. My wife will 100%. This is an idea she can get her back behind. Well, you move some screens back a little bit and all this shit just shows up on your desktop that was locked behind the screens that you couldn't really see. Wires and bundles and paper and shit that you're like, wow. When we redo the floor in this room, when I come back, I'm gonna probably build a bigger table in here. I'm probably going to build my own table in here after the hardwood goes in. I'll do it all with screws so it can be taken out if they want to. But, something to stream. Or find a table. Find a kitchen table or something to bring in here. Something really big. Or tell my wife that we need a, I don't know. I don't know. Where's the trash guy? Oh, you got to get started. All right, man. You take care. Thanks, man. You always make the stream better. You know you do. Thank you so much. We'll see you later. Take care of yourself. Don't hurt nothing. And take some pictures along the way. Document this for us. We're dying to see it. We can watch it in real time on from your phone on your Discord. Take care, man. You have a great day. Scotty from NJ. Scott from, I always call him Scotty, but Scott. And his friend calls him something else, so they all have their nicknames and stuff like that. I call him Scotty, and it's never said Scotty. It's always said Scott from NJ. So I'm probably the only one on the planet that calls him Scotty. I don't know if we're gonna say hi to the trash man. I don't know where the hell he's at. It's already 10 o'clock and I'm getting hungry. Those cream horns are long gone. Sitting here drinking water, watching the squirrels run by. We could go back to Twitter for a minute. AI generated female. Look at how fuzzy the hands are. That's not real. Middle-aged folks with lots of belly fat surrounding their internal organs will appear to be a higher risk for Alzheimer's disease later in life, a new study suggests. You gotta get rid of them dad bods if you don't want to be an imbecile when you get older. Despite inflation and memories of past holiday travel meltdowns, millions of people are expected to hit the airports and highways in record numbers over the Thanksgiving break. I'm gonna be right here. I might go to my son's house with a air hockey table, but I'm gonna be right here. I ain't flying nowhere. I'm not driving to the beach. I'm glad she wants to clean house.
I mean, he said that everything in our report, actually, as we said, it existed. I mean, I think that the thing to keep in mind is that, it's not really clear what his cause of action is. And I think the most important thing is that in his response, in that legal threat, he actually confirmed that our reporting was accurate. I mean, he said that everything in our report, actually, as we said it existed, did actually exist on the platform. And that's basically our core argument, is that the platform is so saturated with extremism, with white genocide, with anti-Semitism, with racism, with conspiracy theories, things that otherwise should be managed in some way, that they can't actually protect the few brands that are still willing to remain on the platform. And this has actually been an ongoing thing for the last few months. This is just the latest in actually a string of these instances. So I think the most important thing, though, is that he confirmed that we were right.
Were you surprised at all to see the reaction from some of these companies, right? Were you expecting all of these pretty big advertising companies to sort of follow through on what you said?
So I think...
Who cares?
And American democracy as we know it. He's an authoritarian who a court in Colorado 2 days ago ruled that he led an insurrection against the United States government. He's charged with leading schemes to help overthrow the United States government. So if they want to frame it that way, that's fine. If you want to be fair, then you will frame this as Joe Biden being a candidate that supports American democracy, and Donald Trump, a candidate who supports a new form of government here that's authoritarian. It's really that simple. And by the way, Reverend Al, when people go, oh, you can't compare him to past Nazi leaders, you can't compare him to this past Nazi leader or that past fascist leader, because he hasn't.
Joe, you don't have to convince me. I'm already voting for Trump. Everybody's bugging out. Nobody's waiting on the trash guy. Oh, no travel for me, thank you. Crazy. Well, I'm gonna go make a sandwich while you guys wait on the trash guy. I'll be back in a few minutes. Well, it's pouring down rain again. And the trash truck's not coming. I'm going to let y'all go and have a great rest of your day. If I come back on, it'll be to do some Warzone with Scotty and Romeo. If I don't come back on, you guys have a great rest of your day. We will see you tomorrow after hockey on Wednesday. And we'll probably play a Call of Duty anyways. We'll probably play a little bit of zombies anyways tomorrow. So Wednesdays, do our Call of Duty Wednesday. Y'all, thank you. I don't know what happened to the trash guy. But if you've seen one trash can, you've seen them all. So do something good for somebody else. Do something good for yourself. Never let the drunk guy get the chairs. And always have a goal set. Man, my hair is just flying away today. Holy cow, I put some conditioner in it the other day. Last night when I showered. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Thank goodness I'm not vain. You guys have a great rest of your day. And we will see you the next time, okay? Y'all take care.